Hey folks, Cool18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play SimCity. Now, you may recall from the last time we were playing, we had the problem where one of these crossroads, so we had two tunnels operating under the city, and they definitely worked. We had one sort of just under the surface and one that went quite a bit deeper than that, and both crosses could exist here originally, but then one accidentally got deleted, and since then I haven't been able to rebuild the cross. And there have been many suggestions, mostly completely wrong and inaccurate, about why that might be and, how I should go about constructing it. No, none of those things would work. However, some people have pointed out the problem has to do with once you put down bus stops, and of course we had bus stops on this avenue, some of them have since gone away, the bus stops sort of permanently take up a bunch of, space deep into the ground, and therefore you can't build roads through there anymore. So the problem may be that at some point there were bus stops on these avenues, and that has permanently stopped us from being able to do like a really good sort of crisscrossy kind of a road thing, which is really unfortunate because I liked the idea of it being there, but it seems to be unsalvageable for whatever reasons, so I guess we have to live without it. So we're just going to have the one sort of, it's not a crisscross, just the one kind of S shape going through the town here, and hope that that's good enough. That being said, Starlight Field's going good. We've crossed the 100,000 population mark, and considering that we have virtually no high density stuff going on, that is pretty impressive. A lot of medium density has certainly moved into town. Other things still kicking in. Let's take a look at some of the issues that are coming up here. Power shortage. Alright, alright. I'm going to say that that's bad. That is definitely not enough power to rock our city. We are currently buying as much as we can from our neighbors. The problem is they're not producing enough. Now, I don't want to take up extra space in my city to build power stations, so I guess it's back to the world map. And I'm trying to remember who's got what. I think Half Moon Banks had a bunch of oil. I think I was digging up oil over here. And so I believe I'm going to build a couple of oil power stations. And sell that back to the city. Let's take a look. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, see, there we go. Oil wells there. And I think we have coal going on in whichever city's up on the ridge over there. So we'll probably do the same sort of thing here. And yeah, I don't think it'll break the look of this town too much by adding power. In fact, I don't think it has its own power station yet. It's just sucking off the grid, so we want to get away from that as soon as possible. The wind is blowing in this general direction, so this actually wouldn't be a bad place for the power stations, especially since we already have some utilities here anyway. So I'm actually going to build, say, here, which should give us enough space for continued growth everywhere that we need it. So this power station will kick in soon. We do have the excess, which is great. I may go and actually add an add-on to this. We're going to have to see. 7,500, I mean, the extra hourly cost, but we can deal with the hourly cost just fine. And we have a lot of money. So, yeah, that's right, because I think we sent ourselves some gifts. So let's go ahead. Some gifts like animated cats. Let's go ahead and max this out. Let this register, 588. We'll let the city run for a little bit just to make sure that it goes out to the region. And then we'll go dancing around and see what else we've got. I can't remember if this is also meant to be one of my sewage treatment major places. We'll go ahead since we've got the cash, because we sent ourselves a bunch of money from somewhere else. We'll go and extend our sewage capacity and our water capacity as well, since this is going to continue to mostly be a feeder town for the other places. Of course, the other places will feed this town money to help enable it to do that. Oh, look at the beautiful flow of sewage. Everyone loves to see that. I do like to watch the agents go around. I want there to be some sort of special cinematic mode for just following cars. Just have it follow a car from start to end, and then once the car reaches its destination, have it automatically pick another vehicle somewhere and just keep showing you all these paths around the city. It would actually be really interesting, especially since your city does look... the graphics are wonderful in this game. When you get up close, the detail they put in these buildings is really phenomenal. There's a bunch of people standing around outside. I think it's lovely that way, especially going around some of these interesting towns and following the cars. Ice cream. Oh, I want ice cream now. Look at that cone. Now, I don't like chocolate dipped soft serve cones. I don't like that hard crunchy exterior on it. No. It's like for the same reason I don't like mint chocolate chip ice cream, which is a very popular flavor, at least in North America. I love the mint ice cream. That part is fantastic. I just don't like the chocolate chip part of it. I don't like those crunchy bits. Sure, get upgraded. Who cares? I also don't like nuts in my ice cream, but partially that's because I have a mild allergy to walnuts. Like, all my life I'm like, God, why do people like walnuts? They taste so itchy. And then eventually I started putting two together that, oh, maybe that's a mild nut allergy, and maybe I should just stay away from them. What are you complaining about? Health issues? Really? Why? Oh, because we have no capacity whatsoever. That is not the thing I want. I want that. Just to get some extra capacity going on in there. We're actually making a fair amount of money still, and that doesn't include all of our oil exports. Now, we don't accept global crude oil deliveries right now, and I think that's okay. We've got enough local stuff that we should be able to keep that going perfectly fine. 9 deaths per day. Jeez. Alright, I think that's a good enough run. So I'm actually going to pop out of here. And where do we want to go next? You know what? Let's go up to Thunder Ridge. Maybe. And go and double check that everything is okay there. This is one of my big money makers as well. If we let it run for a little while and make some dough, that's not going to be terrible. But soon we're going to want to go back to our actual true and real city. Now that we've increased our utilities in the region a lot more, so we won't go running out of power. That's definitely a problem. It can bring a whole city down very dramatically. I do love the amount of trees that we've got going on here. I don't think I want to touch this city anymore, other than making sure that its production levels are okay. This place is hurting for water, but again, I don't think... Yeah, this is not producing water natively. Or is it? Well, it does actually have its own water industry. It's funny seeing the water flow underground along this tunnel. But I think we've got plenty. We're in good shape now that there's lots in the region. I don't think... No, the numbers haven't properly kicked in all the way yet. Here, we'll buy some sewage treatment, or set it to buy, just in case we run out, but I think we're pretty good for now. Maybe we're not. Is any of it flowing out of town? No, instead we're actually flowing it in. Keep losing workers, they're dying. Well, that's not good. Is any going out of town? Yeah. I think there's a bit of that back and forth nonsense that's really hurting us. Ooh. Worried about crime? Yeah, generally speaking, people are pretty unhappy about stuff. We do have police services, yes. 88 crimes per day? Jail cells full, okay. Why? Still, though, why so much crime? Go ahead and give him an extra cop car. I honestly don't know why there's so much crime going on. Not to mention, why is there a traffic block here? I knew that this was there was a high potential for problems right over here, and it seems that that has indeed come to fruition. The rail stations, the gambling houses. Although I don't know if that's actually crippling the city. We might actually be okay over here. I'm not sure, but I think we're probably okay. Again, this isn't like our most important city in the universe, but... How's the water situation? Well, I think we're fine. We probably import plenty of water. The arsonist at work, yeah. Still nearly full. Oh my god. Well, this place has enough money. Maybe we should just get rid of this police station and put in the big one. Actually, it's probably a fine idea. Undesirables about. Now, if I do this, it's going to release all the prisoners. Which is annoying, but what can you do? It's going to give them a police precinct on the avenue itself. Because they don't have enough capacity right now, right? Yeah. It's crime prevention. So first thing we need are more jail cells. That's one. We'll also give them the dispatch tower for faster response. One helipad. Not approved. Oh, never mind. One crime prevention center, because that seems like a good idea. A few extra police vehicles. A sign. And then we'll give them an extra parking lot. No, they have the parking lot already. We'll give them some extra storage space for criminals. Yes? No? Should be more than 50 jail cells. We're at 190 there. That is a lot of criminals running around. Let's give them a few more police cars. Look at the criminals! Oh my gosh. Alright. We'll start getting them arrested pretty quickly, though. I mean, it doesn't help that bulldozing a police station does release everyone. And I don't think there's a way around that. I don't think there's a way to just transfer your criminals from one police station to another. And I did want to build kind of here, so... Look at the sound. Everyone's just getting beat up everywhere. Suppose I could put down more police cars for now and then just remove them later on. I don't know if you guys can hear it properly, but it's just the sound of like people getting beat up and then I think handcuffs being applied. We got some very brutal police going on. Actually, the sound effect is just at the police station, so maybe it's people in the prison being beat up. Now, why can't we build a helicopter? Oh, because we need an airport, don't we? That's why. Yeah. It needs to be somewhere in the region, actually. We don't have it anywhere in the region. Do we still not have a university? I thought I built one in our fancy place. I'm not sure. Anyway, this place is fine. Tell you what, I'm going to go back over here. I'm going to send another gift to our proper city over here. Send everything. Send gift. Make sure that it registers properly. We'll just run it for another few seconds here. And then, yeah, we'll move over. I do love those sound effects, though. How great is that? Are these guys all abandoned? Too much crime. Well, I suppose I can't blame you for that. There is an awful lot of crime. Can't find work. That's kind of surprising. Since we do have a lot of... Whoops, I just bulldozed something I didn't mean to, but that's alright. Yeah, lots of... Look at the graffiti. How do they graffiti up there? And put a big hole in the side. I mean, I do like the fact that you see graffiti on buildings when they get destroyed. I gotta be careful I don't accidentally miss a click and bulldoze a tunnel again, because apparently that will screw us forever and ever and ever. 77 people in prison. 78, 79. Well, at least they're getting arrested. Actually, you know what? I should stay here and wait until the crime levels drop as far as possible, because otherwise the loose criminals from here might go and infect my other towns. Criminals per day. Oh my gosh. We're still not going to have enough prison cells. I mean, there's not as many red blips around anymore, so they're not roaming around, but they might be at home somewhere or something like that. We are getting I was reading this. We are getting the crime situation under control. It's certainly getting better. Is crime actually in process here? No, people being arrested though, that's good. Let's follow some cars. Let's follow the police cars. At normal speed. Oh wow, that's still a short drive. Okay. This is at speed 1? Gosh, it's still super fast and kind of fuzzy. Nice variety of vehicles, too. You know, like, there's been legitimate complaints about SimCity, right? But you gotta admit, there's a lot of really good stuff going on in this game. A lot of really good stuff. I do like their visual style. You know, we gotta give them kudos where it's there. There were overwhelming problems at launch with just people not being able to play at all, and then there were overwhelming problems with some of the AI, with pathfinding. I'm not going to say the AI issues were path breaking or game breaking. The servers being down, that was certainly game breaking, but the AI was game making less gooding. But other than that, it's got a lot of good stuff beyond that, though. All right, I'm going to say that that's enough time. So let's go and pop back over to Starlight Fields, because I want this to look like a proper metropolis. Hopefully it's got enough power and everything kicked in. We might get a little bit of a rough spot, especially if there's a little bit where the police and fire stations don't get enough power. That can really slow us down a lot. We'll see if we get a big population drop or not. Got a good amount of money. People making the grade. Oh, right, the high school. Now, education. Yeah, we can build a university. And I think I'm digging this area. I'm going to go ahead and bulldoze this high school and put the university down here. And I think that's going to be lovely. Boom. Yeah, something like that. I think that'll be nice. And we'll get some nice high-tech industry going on in here. We'll get our people educated. We will want to get some research projects going on, that's for sure. The question being what kind of add-ons we want to start throwing on here. Let's get our... Oh, there's no way to center this sign, really? It's not really centered, but I guess we'll put it there, because why not? Although it's kind of annoying me. Not approved, why? Because we need more students? Yeah. We'll probably want to max out all of our dorms. Space will be a little bit of a concern, but I think we can manage okay. And yeah, I will put it here. We'll go for a little bit of symmetry, like that. There. I like it. So this might cause a little bit of traffic issues. We'll hope that it doesn't, but it probably will. Now the school coverage, I mean, I don't think people use the school buses to get here. What are you asking? Solar farm great works. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what we're going to do great works like. We may not do a great works in this region just because it is a lot of work to get it going. And frankly, not that satisfying to finish. There. I like this town center. Still have a power shortage. Why? We should have no power shortage whatsoever. Oh. Here, let's buy from a new town. That'll help. And buy from there. And here as well, with lots of capacity. So now we should have lots of everything. People complaining about fires and power and all that. So yeah, there was definitely a shortage for a while. They should be okay now. It should eventually come, but... Oof. We actually might go through a little bit of a rough spot. Population is still growing, that's good, but the city might burst into flames all over. We'll have to see how that goes. Sending... Well, that is a lot of sewage. Our people are pooping a lot. And we're shipping it all out of town. Through both possible exits? Yep. Now, do we have abandoned buildings? No, we don't. I thought this was. Oh, they just want power, that's all. Well, you're going to get it soon. Don't worry about it. We might end up with some empty spaces around here, but we can probably fill that in with various municipal services or parks or something. We'll see how it goes. Once our buildings actually expand, we can actually get a nice set of parks around here. If we want high land value. And, that'll be interesting. Surprised these places haven't gone up yet. Not enough room to increase density. How is that possible? It must be something with adjacent buildings or something like that. Because they should definitely have enough room. Yeah, they're just not registering quite yet. They'll kick in as their neighboring buildings kick in. Alright, got our buses going on here. What's the waiting time like? 64 minutes is actually not that bad. I don't think we've added any double-decker buses yet, and we probably will want to do that very soon. Now, we do have a streetcar going on, don't we? Yeah. And these stops, so 50 minutes, not bad. No, we're doing good there. And that's without any extra streetcars as well. Oh, that's right, we can't put a sign on the property itself, which... Well, that might work. I'll live without a sign for now. I know, it's blasphemy, but... What the hell? Did I not build 2 dormitories? Did I not build another dorm over here? I'm super confused. Ultra confused. Okay. So what kind of stuff do we want to add? Increases commercial profits across the city. Actually, is kind of good. Increases low and medium wealth industry profits around the city. And is there a research project that we want soon? I mean, the solar condenser is good overall. It's usually the first one you do, but in this case, we don't need it. We're just going to power our city from other cities' coal and oil, so that's okay. So I'm thinking something more like, yeah, surgical center or detective wing. Probably something like that. What is the... I don't even remember what the space center does. That might be fun to do, actually. Let's go with... let's go and add the School of Law. And add that. School of Law. Put it there, or we can build our little paths. And build it along here. Not sure which way I'd prefer. I think that'll be fine. Max out the dorms. Okay, now that we've got the School of Law, we should be able to start the detective wing. And it'll take a long time to create, but that's okay. Detective wing is very handy just to reduce crime before it even happens. Or no, that's the one that lets you go into... That's not a crime prevention center. It's the one that lets you find criminals in their houses, which is really, really quite good. People want to build processor factories, but that's okay. I don't care about that. Everyone's happy about the tax relief. Yeah, and we're going to keep taxes low. I mean, we're still making 6K an hour, despite the fact that we've got 7% taxes. And that's just what happens when you have a lot of population, and we do. And even though we have a lot of services, we've got more than enough room. There we go. Let's keep increasing that. We can add more buildings. I would like the thing that makes the commercial and industrial stuff more profitable. Can I fit something in the middle there? School of Business? Oh, yeah. Either one fits just perfectly fine. Here, let's do that. We'll make our commerce super profitable. It's not the most efficient space packing. I may end up bulldozing some of this, I'm not sure. But I like the idea of the big campus in the middle of the city. That's fine. Do we have all of our City Hall upgrades in other places? No, we don't have a Department of Finance yet. Other than that, we have everything. And I'm not sure that I want to build it here just because I'd rather use the space for the university, I think. So we'll probably add the Department of Finance somewhere else, some other town. 142,000 and continuing to grow very, very quickly. More demand for residential areas, but I don't think we've really got the room to add more. I mean, maybe around here, but I think that would be temporary at best because I still don't like the idea of having stuff there. These guys are complaining about not enough room. I don't think that's true. Again, yeah, I'm sure they will combine at some point. But once we start getting some more high density stuff, then we'll be in really, really, really good shape. Low land value. That's the other thing we're going to want to check at some point is compare, oops, not here, the different wealth levels. Lots of unemployed, low wealth people. Whereas we actually don't have enough medium and high wealth people to fill some of those jobs. So it looks like we need to put down some parks, increase some land value. Let's get down some amphitheaters. Or no, that's in a different category, isn't it? Oh, there it is, yeah. These are pretty good. They have a really long reach. I'm trying to decide where I want to place this. Now, obviously, wherever you place it, it's going to take up some room that you could use for buildings. Is that... Oh, it is going to wreck that. Oh, but not if I go here. Alright, I like that. That's mostly going to create medium wealth zones. We're not yet at high there. Or actually, no, it might be high wealth. No, I don't think so. I think it needs a little bit more love. First apartment tower, fantastic. I'm happy about that. Maybe an amphitheater on the opposite side of town, too. I think... Oh, there's a park there. I think... with all that industry, and actually the industry might end up growing at some point, so maybe we won't do that. What I'm thinking, actually, is getting rid of this medium wealth park and adding another high wealth park of some kind and making this my high wealth area. So we've got the amphitheater. Let's go and build a plaza. There, we'll do the Plumbob Park. Lower radius. There we go. And we'll get some high wealth going on. I think we're still going to want to encourage a few places to go from low to medium. But as always, you do it, do it kind of slowly. Our population dropped, which is not a surprise. As wealth goes up, population goes down. Because rich people want more space, so you can pack fewer of them in one particular area. And so that's why there's always going to be a fair amount of low wealth here. Plus, it's got to be a city that looks city-ish, and that requires a certain amount of low wealthy kind of things. Medium wealth. Most of these are vacant too, right? That's true. They've just rebuilt a whole bunch of stuff, so that's going to be part of it as well. Classrooms are full. Continuing to be full. That is really, really impressive, actually. I don't feel the urge to add any more other types of schools. And there's not really any way for me to increase the capacity of the university, I don't think, so that's okay. We're good. Power situation should be pretty good all over. People are complaining about low skills. Well, that should remedy itself. Just need to get more people going to university. The university is too new. The skills haven't really gotten to the to all the houses yet. But I think that ultimately everyone in the city should reach high skill, except for the fact that the university has a limit on the number of students it can handle at once. That is true. And I guess with the dorms are doing out-of-towners, but that's okay. I think we're going to be ultimately okay. We should be able to reach relatively high-tech industry. In fact, there it is. Look at that. Lots of high-tech. We might not have the skill to operate it yet, so there might be a little bit of problems with these buildings opening up and closing, opening up and closing. Always a risk of that. Lower pollution is going to be really beautiful. Hopefully they continue producing enough goods to reach my commercial areas. I don't know if the technology level of the industry has any effect in that whatsoever. Upgrade. Which means we could add a new wing, which I should do. What are the others? Reduce the chance that Sims in the city will get sick is nice. Increases high-tech industrial profit in the city. Oh, which is good actually, because we're not going to have. It says low and medium wealth, and I'm sure that's still a bug. I'm sure that's supposed to be low and medium tech, and not. It's not a bug so much as a typo, because industry doesn't have wealth; it has technology. So we're going to put down a school of science because everything in our city should be high-tech. I'll put it here. And we'll see. We might be able to get more and more of this. For all I know, we can get all of them in there. I'm just not sure. Not too much of a bottleneck here, which is good. I was afraid that might be a problem, but so far it seems to be okay. I don't think there's quite as much traffic along this inner loop as in some of the other places in the city. And there should hopefully be plenty of buses as well. Let me double check that my mass transit. I've got bus stops up here. Yeah, that's right, because I rebuilt them. In fact, I've got pretty good coverage everywhere in the city. And as I recall, our wait times weren't too bad. 66 minutes. This is average wait today here, I think, but that's still going to be relatively representational of everywhere in the city. I suppose what I can do is zoom in to one of these little bus stops here. There's people waiting right now. 37 minutes. And where are the buses? Let's watch the buses go around the city. They're not clumped. I mean, there's always going to be a bit of a clump over here because obviously the terminal is going to see more of that traffic, but other than that, there's not much in the way of clumpiness. In fact, it's possible that we may want to put in an extra bus. Most of these buses you're seeing are just the out-of-town buses. They're not even my buses. Still all those people waiting. I'm not sure. I'm trying to gauge it, like, kind of semi-visually here. Bit of a bottleneck for buses coming into the city here. But there's not much I can do to improve that. It's actually not a bad bottleneck in general. And these are all out-of-town buses. Again, they're just dropping off people at terminal and then they're leaving. Where the hell are my buses? Did they go to another town? Did they do that? Are they stuck somewhere? Oh, there is a lot of traffic over here. A lot of traffic. And I don't think there's anything I can do about that. I mean, it's not like there's any traffic on the left and right. It's just people being kind of slow making this turn. I could turn it into a four-way, but I don't think that would actually help. I mean, maybe because people going straight can go a lot faster, but generally speaking, that's not a good idea. Oh, the traffic is really backed up. Huh. Where are these people? Tired of working at the factory, going home, came from Thunder Ridge. These are all people going out of town for work. And not taking the train, not taking the bus. And definitely being annoying. Yeah, no one waiting. The wait times are decent. I guess our bus system is working okay. It seems. Just people not really being efficient at turning left or right over here, but it's because there's no one that can go straight. Everyone is forced to make a turn, which slows them down. It'd be better here if they weren't coming in on a T, but rather there was a straight and the opportunity to take a left. Even if it merged differently. So it's almost like I should have made a turn that kind of goes like this. Or something. You know. Or connect these two like that. But the problem with doing something like that, of course, and that might be a big part of it, is this sort of through traffic from this place to this place might be screwing up a lot. Problem with doing that, then you end up with a lot of traffic on a sort of main thoroughfare through a city. But that might have been okay. That might have been needed to make it so that there was a straight line. So anyone going directly through the city would never have to make a stop. They would just go straight. I mean, you know, other than maybe a traffic light stopping them, they wouldn't have to make a turn. I'm not sure how much it would help. So this is the only problem in the city, is the traffic coming in from this particular angle. Everything else is okay. What can I do? Can I give them a parking ride right here? Will that help? Will it hurt? We'll put it in a test and see if it does anything. It'll take a while before people start to register and use it. But it might get a few people off this a little faster. There's already some people waiting. That's a good sign of something. Cars pulling in. I mean, a lot of these cars were spawned before the park and ride existed, so they haven't necessarily adjusted their path yet. Apparently, am I riding a bus? Municipal bus from Thunder Ridge, 80 passengers. It's not bad. Lots of cars piling in here. Lots of people. Now, of course, a city bus is going to have to come and sort of do a U-turn and pick up these people, but that might be okay. I'm not sure how much it's going to help. And then, of course, all the people leaving here will potentially cause a bunch of traffic. Huh. Well, let's think of some ideas here. One thing I could do is I could bulldoze this connection here. I could bulldoze this road here and then extend the avenue straight. So again, it would let people move forward a little bit further, and then you'd still have to take a right here. And then you have to take a corner, not that that's an actual intersection. Even though it's a sharp corner, I think people could mostly go through straight. I don't know, that garbage truck is awfully confused. Oh, he might be stopping at some of the houses. That might be part of what's happening. Yeah, so I think most people can flow through this relatively okay. And then have to make another corner up here. I'm not sure that it's a win. It's definitely not... Oh. Well, hold on. Whatever traffic was going on has now cleared itself up. I'm not sure why I did that. I'm wondering if a lot of these cars just despawned, because frankly there was way too many there. I don't think my stop and ride has... or park and ride has actually helped the problem. Something happened though. Cars filling up. And there are a lot of like sort of U-turny bits here as people are trying to reach this park and ride, but I think that's okay. There we go. There's the traffic again. What time is it? It's nighttime traffic, so it's people coming from out of town coming here. So one of the ways to deal with the problem might just be to make sure that it's probably these low wealth of workers. Too many of them are unemployed and leaving town, commuting out. I mean, the numbers aren't huge, but this adds up a lot. So what we need to do is move more workers into medium and high wealth status so that they can take those jobs. All right, fair enough. We can focus on that. Let's check out our wealth map here. So maybe over here would be a good candidate for a little bit more parkification. Let's get down the... I mean, they've got these balloon ride things. I don't know, more amphitheater, I think. This building is actually in a stupid location. Oh, there's a park there too. I think it's a low wealth park. Let's get rid of that. Let's bulldoze both these buildings. Well, one was going to get auto bulldozed, but the other one I want to force and do that. Just because what I want is I want a high density building to pop up here, not have these little runty things. I mean, I suppose they'd auto combine. There's a moment of crankiness from because I bulldozed the other park, but they seem to have bounced back from that. Okay. Now, it looks like we might... Do we have a super narrow building in the high wealth? Yes. Good. Oh. Or did I bulldoze that? I didn't think I did. I think it's just bouncing back with a different wealth level. No, I'm not sure. Yeah, we can definitely do that. Definitely hitting some high wealth markers now. That's good. That's what we want. And then we can tuck something in the corner here since we can't really get buildings in here anyway. Let's use the sculpture garden. Oh, it's tiny. Never mind. Yeah, that'll do. Oh, this building is really cool looking. Oh, these are industry. I didn't realize I was increasing the wealth level in my industry area. Well, let's not freak out about it for now. There we go. This is another area. This would make more sense. Let's bulldoze both of these. Yes. Yes. Same thing. Everyone gets an amphitheater, and then something else. There you go. Got to fight back against the bus terminal there, making people unhappy. There. That should increase our wealth profile a little bit. Again, our population dropped a little as all the reconstruction is happening. But overall, it should put us in a great position. I'm liking the city. And again, once the big buildings come in, I love the way these cities look, especially at night when they've got all the high-rises. These sort of samey buildings like this looks reasonable. I mean, cities actually look like this, right? With these sorts of apartments. But I think they look boring in SimCity. I don't want them. I like the high-rises. So we're starting to get there. Radiance loss. Medium value. They look okay. There we go. That one I like. Sort of glass. This is the prime apartment right here because you get... Oops. Anyway, see it? You get a balcony. That little corner. And I like that. That's a big balcony. These are kind of slim balconies. They're great if you just want a little bit of air. But here you've got enough room for a barbecue. Look at that. Primo. Alright, and we'll double check our wealth numbers. Well, we'll check them now. Interesting. It'll be more interesting after a day or so. Some of these things will kick in. New residences will move in. Our numbers will change dramatically. Our demographics will change dramatically. Oh yeah, and I still want to do the tree lining around here. In fact, a lot of places. I'm going to go crazy on the tree lining, which should help land values kind of all over, won't it? It's under nature. Swaying tree, shade tree, rustling tree. Maybe the shade trees. And yeah, I gotta sort of figure out where I want to space them out and all kinds of things. Suppose I should alternate. Is there a maintenance cost to these? No, good. Because that could add up fast. I don't even know if it increases land value. Doesn't cause any happiness pops. But it sure looks nice. It probably helps reduce like air pollution and ground pollution or something too. Which I think, oops, it's not exactly in the right position, that's okay. And I think that does add up just on road traffic actually. Again, a misclick, but we won't stress too much about it. Lovely. Well, that's nice. Actually, I should plop down just a few trees like this in the empty areas too, because that always looks great. Oh, now we're getting the nice high-value sky rises that always look so shiny and futuristic. Right? I love the swoop of these. Multi-transnational corp. Oh, it's actually an office building, but like what a beautiful looking building. Little glass dome over here, some sort of I don't know, some place where you have trees maybe, like an actual little garden in there. What do they call it? Atrium? Could be. How's the water situation? Really? Really a deficit? Oh, we're gonna have to go investigate that, because that will hold our city back. Didn't like that our workers weren't really skilled. That's still a problem, huh? Educated. Lots of domestic education. It just may not have kicked in everywhere. Start a new research project. Let's do that. Oh, we don't have the school for it. Alright, never mind then. And we can't do the add-on yet because we need more people. Okay, well, I guess what we're gonna have to do is put a cut in here and then take a look at our other cities and make sure we've got enough water flowing into Starlight Fields, because it needs to continue to grow. But it's starting to come together. Oh, the nighttime shot! How perfect! What a great way to end this. Oh, that is beautiful. And getting right down to the street level. Take a look off in the distance. Too bad about all the little pop-ups and things. I like the haze around the streetlights. That post-processing glow effect. It's just lovely. Just lovely. Alright, folks. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.